All right, here's a good one. This will make you think.
Okay.
What kind of person likes anime?
What kind of person likes anime? Well, I'll tell you what kind of person likes anime. The kind of person I am and was for a long time. And I think one of the biggest appeals about working in this industry, I was having this conversation with another voice actor the other day, and what I do is fun. I love it. You get to work with your friends all day, and you get to, pretend to be characters that you love watching on screen, and many times you've encountered these characters in some other incarnation, be it the manga or an early version of the anime or something like that. It's so much fun to be into that, and most of us in the industry are fans of it, and that's how we found it, and we feel lucky to be in it. But one of the great things about being a voice actor and an ADR director in this particular industry is because this is the kind of stuff I was into, and there's something just unique and maybe a little off-center about it that just attracts certain kinds of people, and they're like family to me. I mean, this was me when I was younger, and still very much so to me. I'm just older now, but I'm still essentially 14 years old and watching Voltron at heart, Yep. That's me, and I'm so glad the industry has gotten so big, so much bigger than it was when I was a kid. It's just amazing how much it exploded. But being in the position to talk with someone that, say, a fan that comes up and says, "Oh, I loved you in this or that, and it was really, thank you for doing that." It means a lot to me because, one, I enjoy doing it. I enjoy the work, and I enjoy getting my stuff out there, and just, I'm delighted that people love it. But what really makes a difference for me personally is that 9 times out of 10, the person I'm talking to, that's me. That was me when I was that age. I totally understand that. The costume, everything, that's something I would have totally done. And the fact that I'm now in a position where by just saying hello or thank you, I can make that person's day, just gets me all gushy. And I love it. I love it. So that's the kind of person, me, that watches anime.
Okay, then explain this. This is something I've heard on a regular basis recently.
Yeah.
Well, I like anime, but I don't really like the people that really like anime.
You know what? I don't think there's anything somebody can't say that about. I think, well, I don't know. People that say that, I think, they might like anime, and they may have this idea in mind of the ideal anime fan and who weirds them out. But I don't find that to be very true. I mean, most of the anime fans are just normal, everyday people who are really into this one weird thing. And people that find it weird, I think, just find anime weird and can't understand why anybody watches it. And hey, one has to feel sorry for them because they're really kind of cheating themselves out of a lot of awesomeness out there. And I say that really as a fanboy of anime. I mean, I'm more scared of people that don't get anime, frankly. Because there's some of the dullest people I know. Not that you have to like anime to be cool, but it
helps.
It helps.
Nice. All right, scary fan moments.
Scary fan moments?
Yeah.
It wasn't really scary. It was overwhelming. I think we did Anime Fest in Dallas just recently, back in Labor Day weekend. Was it Labor Day or Memorial Day? Sometime in the summer. Was one of the first cons I'd been to. I haven't been to a lot recently. And they were promoting Oron, and they were actually premiering the first 2 episodes there. And I hadn't even seen the first couple of episodes completed yet. And after it premiered, they showed 1 episode, and then a couple of us in the cast who were there got up on stage and kind of bantered a little bit, and then talked in the other episode. This gentleman stood up in the audience to ask a question, and he kind of said, and he looked rather sternly at me, and said, "I have a question for Mr. Tatum." And when someone says Mr. Tatum, I always think of a high school principal, and I'm like, I'm in trouble, what I do. And he looked at me and he said, something to the effect of, I have to say, when they told us you were cast in the role of Kyoya, I was very skeptical. I didn't know how it would turn out. But having seen this now, he said, he turned to me and just bowed. And I nearly started crying. I mean, I was so like, thank God. thank God he wasn't going to launch into this tirade about how I destroyed the character and he hates all anime now because of me. But that was That was a scary moment that ended very well. And then right after that, I got, I think, officially glomped for the first time by a bunch of screaming fangirls, which was awesome. And a little weird at the same time. I'm like, I'm not used to that much attention, but I mean, I'm just saying, I like it. But, you know, I'm unaccustomed to that. And so it was really kind of a lot to take in at first. I'm like, wow. Because I do feel like such a fanboy that I'm like, isn't this awesome, guys? This is great. And they're like, oh, it's me you like. Oh, okay. And so it was weird. I haven't had any of this creepy legendary fan moments yet. I don't know. These are my people.
The ladies love you. Okay, I saw you signing autographs earlier,
which is amazing to me. I don't understand it, but I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth either. Fangirls are like the lifeblood of this industry, and I think I've said that elsewhere too. But that's true. If fangirls like me, I'm okay. I can sleep well at night.
Right. Okay, speaking of the ladies, if you could date any anime character, who would it be?
Oh, if I could date any anime character? Well, it wouldn't be a lady.
Oh, okay. Well.
If I could date any anime character, that's a tough one. There's several. Is it really bad?
Come on. It's not like you haven't thought about it.
Is it bad if I've played one of them? No. There is an old-timey. I say old-timey. They've done a lot of stuff even recently, but I encountered this from the early days, like 80s, late 70s, early 80s anime. A character named Captain Harlock.
Yeah.
Variously called Hairlock and other things. But I've always gone with Harlock and in the guy with the great big red collar and the patch and under my flag, blah blah blah. Which I love that stuff, and some of the stories within that universe are more successful than others. But I'm gonna have to go with the guy with the eye patch.
Wow.
Because he's got an eye patch. He's a pirate.
Oh, no way. You're on the Pirates team?
No, that's not what I meant.
Print that.
Oh, God. No, he's a space pirate. Space
pirate. Okay.
But.
All right, last question. If you weren't in anime, what would you be doing?
If I weren't in anime, I would probably still be doing what I was doing before I got into anime, which was advertising. I worked in advertising for 7 years, and thank God for anime. That's all I'm gonna say. I got my soul back through this business.
Right on. Well, thank you for being here. Appreciate
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate the time and the effort. I feel so official now.
There he is, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Tatum. Good night, everybody.
Good night.